Hello, Shockwave. Thank you for watching today. I'm super excited about being your speaker. And my name is Angel Fry. I've been with Mary Kay for 40 years. And I am teaching on a subject that I love to share information about, and that's called bookings from bookings. How many of you want more bookings on your date book? And you never want to go to a party and walk away without bookings. You know what happens? When you go to a party and you do not have bookings, you're doing this. You're tearing up $100 bills and leaving it right there on the table. Well, I learned in the beginning when I started Mary Kay how important it was to have future bookings. I will never forget, I held a really good party and I left there and no one booked. I didn't offer anything for bookings. I just thought they will book for the hostess, but you've got to coach that like crazy before the party ever starts. You want to ask the hostess, who do you think will book from your party? Because I always use the company information I have for years, maybe occasionally some other special hostess program, but rarely in my 40 years. I like to say, with this little hostess brochure from Mary Kay, because on the back of it, it always shows the hostess exactly what she can count on. If she has no bookings, she gets 10%, one booking, 15%, and two bookings, she gets 20% of all the sales. Well, who doesn't want what I call the maximum hostess credit? I get so excited for people when they get the maximum hostess credit. And then when they get three bookings and four bookings, and I'm creating, what I'm going to give them for their free product because they've had a good time. Remember, people come to a party because of the hostess. She's never met you, and they buy you always before they buy the product. But that hostess is so key in your future bookings, and they want to help her win, right? So I always tell them when she has two bookings, she will get the maximum hostess credit tonight. And you may be thinking, wow, I want to do one of these too. Well, on in throughout the class, I'll let you know about some of the great classes that I hold for hostesses, just like my hostess today. But I want you to have a full date book, and I want your money bag to be full because you're holding party after party. And I've been in a long time, like I said. So we call them clinics, classes, shows, parties, a little bit of everything. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, you can call it whatever you want. Well, there was a time in my business that I thought, wow, my date book's starting to look a little ghostly. I need to do something different. And I went to a career conference and I heard about an idea about doing envelopes, having 10 envelopes. They're called Book to Luck. Well, those 10 envelopes, every time that you hold a $200 party and two bookings, you get to sign your name on an envelope. Oh, and I have the kids do them and decorate them. And people are like, what's in those? Well, guess what? You have a 1 in 10 chance of winning $100 bill. So every party I would go to, I would take $10 and set aside in an envelope in my money bag because I knew I was going to hold 10 parties. And it's the month of June. We all want to hold 10 parties as we close out our seminar year, right? So I had the 10 parties, and this is the great thing. They get so excited about a $200 party and two bookings and getting to write their name on an envelope. They want to do more than one envelope. So people started doing two bookings and three bookings with different pockets of people so they could have more envelopes. And then I do it in a 30-day period. And then it's reveal time, and you have an open house, or you have a big party that everybody gets to pass and play, but something fun. So it's time for the envelopes to be open, and you must be present to win. And if she cannot be present to win, she can send somebody in her place. And if that envelope is open and that $100 bill is inside, then that woman gets $50 for showing up in your place, and you get $50. But they usually want to spend money that night. So inside those envelopes. I'll put a half price product. I'll put $5 off of an order. I'll have a little travel oil-free eye makeup remover, a mini lip gloss set. Oh, girls, it works so good. I got so many bookings off of those envelopes that I was having to dovetail to have other people do the parties because my date book was so overloaded. And that's what I love. Another thing I started doing is marking my date book, the free dates that I had in red. And I would open my date book. Yes, a hard copy of a date book. I have appointments on my phone. Of course I do. Most of us do, but I still love a hard copy date book. And when I would open that date book, I would say, oh, ladies, I still have some red boxes left. I would just box the dates in red. And I would say, if you see a red box, it was the only date I had free. If you see one of those left and you book on that date, you get an extra gift from me. And it's really nice. So whatever you want to give them. But that worked for me. But I never wanted a ghostly white date book. So I was always trying to figure out ideas and be creative. And I would constantly work to find good hostesses and people that love to gather people and do theme parties. If one party's not working, I'm going to do another one. But it's not an option not to have a full date book. Now, when you start the party, and I like to sticker my flip chart, and I either do index cards or a flip chart, but I like a flip chart because you can tell over in the corner, there's a little snowflake. You could also do a star, whatever you want to do. But when I open that and I'm welcoming the guest and I explain to them that, at this party, it's like skincare 101, but I allow people to be a hostess just like Susie is. And we will do party after party till you can try glamour, skincare, spa. We even do a pool party with pedicures. So I plant that seed in the party. Another thing when I'm doing it, and I say check up from the neck up and second facial. And most people with their second facial, I have found, ladies, they want to share it with a friend or two or three. And I'll be glad to give you hostess credit as well. See, I'm reiterating that the whole time. But Liz Whitehouse, my friend, a wonderful sales director, her idea was these Hershey Kisses. Every time I mention second facial and they catch me saying it, they get a Hershey Kiss. Man, their kids are going to love it when they come home. Check up from the neck up. Another Hershey Kiss, a glamour appointment where we can invite a couple of friends. You lay out some outfits, your favorite clothes, and we'll match colors. Okay, that's in 2 weeks. So that's some of the things I did. So people would want a second facial. And then I always turn a facial into a class if possible. I will tell her, you can do a U and two, and we can do it, on the back of the hand if we need to. We can do a virtual party. Oh, girls, I love that we have so many things in our pink toolbox that we can offer. I do lunch hour lipstick parties, whatever they want to do. Now, but throughout my flip chart, I took this page out so I could show you something. On this, where I have another little snowflake down here in the corner, on this page, when we're doing the skincare overview, and I say, ladies, if there's someone in this group that you are really, really concerned with anti-aging and you're worried about fine lines and wrinkles and you're worried about toning and tightening your neck, then you need to be the one to book the anti-aging party so I can really pamper you and I'll show you all the supplements and you will love our line with Mary Kay. It is top #1, 3 years in a row. And I just talk about that. So I just constantly keep planting those seeds. And that's where your Hershey's Kisses will come in. I do the same thing virtual as I do in person, except I do a really good follow-up to make sure if somebody's on virtual and they bought products, but maybe she wants an in-person and this person had a virtual. It doesn't matter. Whatever will work, but never walk away from a party in person or virtual without asking for bookings, letting them know how it works for the hostess, because you are leaving $100 bills on the table. Big $100 bills. Now, another thing that you can do that worked for me for years, and thanks to my consultant, Carol May, she came up with the idea, is to take a beautiful piece of material and put earrings on it and bracelets and necklaces and scarves, just an array of things. And especially if it's near the 4th of July and like this month, and you want to do some red, white, and blue items, people will work hard if it's something they want for their children or something that's really popular. And it wasn't like anything expensive. All of our earrings, and now online and with all the places you can get earrings for hardly nothing, but they're cool and they're fun and they look festive. And they're looking at those when you lay that in the center of the table and they're like, what's that for? And I'm like, everybody that books a party from Susie, you get to pick one of those. Well, they were like less than $5 and they just started grabbing. I'm like, okay, ready, set, go. Pick one that you want off the table and put it right beside you right now. And when I get to the closing, you will be able to tell me when you want your party. And I brought my date book so you can write your address and all that in my date book. That has been so powerful for me over the years, because when she sees the date that she wants, I put her name on there and I say, okay, go ahead and write your information over to the side, your address, phone number, everything I'm going to need right there beside the block in my date book. Well, that's exciting. People see her doing that. And when they grab what they want from that beautiful piece of material and they know, okay. And I'll say, now, here's the deal. I'm going to go ahead and give you those earrings because I want you to have them to start wearing them and enjoying them. And you promise me, raise your right hand, you will hold that party, or those earrings can become really, really expensive. And I have to charge the hostess, joking. But, it plants that seed also that you hold that booking. It's worth it. And I've never had a problem with that. Okay, now let's move on to some of the parties that I offer to people is sports parties. And I'll say, do I have anybody here tonight that you love sports? You need to be my sports party girl. That's where we have tailgate food and we get game day ready. I can even show you finishing spray that'll keep you from having makeup meltdown when you're sitting outside at a ball game. I do lunch hour lipstick parties. I go to an office and do a luscious lipstick party. I'll do an eye cream social. And all you have to do is serve 2 or 3 kinds of ice cream. And I'll even bring some toppings with me. We'll have a great time. The eye cream social is a big hit in the summertime. Fancy Nancy parties for young girls because school's out. They don't have to get up so early. And 2 weeks ago, I had over a $600 party. I asked the hostess that I wanted to be a hostess. It was her birthday month. And I said, would you like for me to do a Mary Kay birthday party? And you get hostess credit. It's like Mary Kay hostess birthday credit. You're going to love this party. We invite some of your close friends and we do turn back time party where we're going to do facials. We're going to do a little spa treatment. We're even going to do mint bliss on the neck with a hot towel. It's going to be great. She said, well, sure. I said, I bet it's been a long time since you've had a birthday party. She said, I don't think I've ever had a birthday party. There was 9 kids in our family. And I said, well, I am so excited. I can be the first to host you a birthday party. And we have bookings from it. We have, outside orders. It was great to all help her on her birthday hostess gift. That's how that worked. Another thing is put your face to bed party. If somebody says, oh, Angel, I'm so time constrained, there's no way I can get in a party with my job and all the things, I'll say, well, we could do virtual, or we have one I'm doing now, put your face to bed party. And that party, you'll be able to, everybody does the skincare, prepares the face for bed, and then we're done. We don't do color at that one. But you can make up anything that you want. But when you have a bunch of different parties that you can offer, I just see their eyes just light up. It's like, that one's for me. And when we do the closing at the party and we can offer that, make your menu of what excites you about the party, and your money bag will be full. Well, I pulled a money bag that was one of my money bags way back, and I still have it. And I remember how excited I would get party after party because I was not tearing up $100 bills. I was putting $100 bills in my money bag. And I have a little song to close out for you because I want you to remember when you book from every party, every virtual, and you turn a facial into a class, you are making money. Making money, making money. Forever let us hold our wallets high, high, high. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our poverty. MAKINGMONEY. Happy booking.